Yo, what up, my beautiful dowdies? How's everyone doing today? I'm your host, Fao, and let's talk about Jiaoqiu's kit. The day is finally there. Jiaoqiu's kit got finally released in full detail. You know, we're gonna go over his traces, we're gonna go over his light cone, and I'm super excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. Of course, we already know that he's going to be very good for Acheron, and maybe he's going to introduce more playstyles that we don't know of. So let's get straight into it. We're gonna go over the character preview for Jiaoqiu. Correct me if I'm wrong if I mispronounce his name, by the way, but our boy Jiaoqiu right here. It's nice to meet you. I'm Jiaoqiu, the Yaoxing's military healer. Now, one thing about this. Why do they make him a healer and he doesn't heal? I'm very confused about that. Maybe in his traces or something, but I don't really get that, why they portray him as a nihility character or like a healer when he doesn't have any type of cleansing or healing in his kit, which is very weird. Trailblazers, today we have the character preview for Jiaoqiu Nihility Fire. Very, very, very cool. Path of Nihility type Fire. Jiaoqiu is a support character who applies Ashen Roast to enemies. Increases the damage they take and inflicting burn damage. After Jiaoqiu uses his ultimate, he activates a zone. Enemies within the zone take increased ultimate damage. Yeah, okay, so we all know it's a debuffing and more ultimate damage. This is literally Acheron's best in slot support. And I'm very excited to see him actually being released. I don't own Acheron and I also don't own Firefly, but I'm pretty sure with his release, I'm catered towards that Acheron is going to be the best DPS in the game. She's going to reclaim that title, I think. But hey, we're going to see, but I think that is going to happen. And we have a bunch of lore here. And then this is the thing where it's about. Character traces. Then the first one. At the start of the battle, immediately regenerates a set amount of energy. Energy regen traces, I always kind of like. In a way, they're kind of like quote-unquote useless because it's not like a big extra thing. But energy getting or like getting some sort of ult uptime is always nice. And his ult is going to be a very big thing in the game. To actually get a faster ult is very important. So I think this is a very good trace for him, 100%. Then the second one, when Jiaoqiu's effect hit rate is greater than a certain percentage, every certain percentage exceeded will additionally increase his attack by a certain percentage. There is a limit to the attack increase. Okay, interesting. I don't really know why this would be a good thing for him. Of course, stacking effect hit rate so he applies the debuff 100%, right? And getting more effect hit rate also means he will get more attack percentage. So what I get from this is like trying to make him into like a hybrid damage dealer debuffer, I think. That's what I get from this. And it's probably nice to stack as much effect hit rate and an attack percentage. So maybe he is scaling with DOT with it. That'd be nice. You know, like if he breaks the shield, he applies the fire DOT and whatever, so then the attack percentage is scaling with that. That makes a lot of sense. That could be very good for DOT lovers, maybe. Pretty good overall trace. Very nice. Then the last one. While the zone exists, enemies entering combat will be inflicted with Ashen Roast. The number of stacks applied will match the highest number of Ashen Roast stacks possessed by any unit while the zone is active, with a minimum of 1 stack. Yeah, so this is very nice. While the ultimate zone is there, more application of Ashen Roast and they get a instant stack of it. So this is very good for building yet again that Acheron, you know. We can clearly see that she's going to get her ult uptime way faster with all these debuffs. Very good trace. And if you want to pre-farm, of course, don't forget the Ascension materials here and trace upgrade materials. Very nice. Then we see his idle animation. He has a fan, and I said it before, this fan is actually very interesting. Just a little bit of a fun fact. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, like an Asian fan that can start fire. You put this fan on wood to give it the air so the fire can, you know, get bigger. This is not a fan to cool down your face with. So that's actually something very cool because he's, of course, a fire character. The exact name of this specific fan, I forgot. So, hey, let me know in the comments down below if you know the exact name for this fan. And we see his technique here, Fury Queller. After using technique, creates a special dimension that lasts for a certain period. After entering combat with enemies in this special dimension, deals a certain amount of fire damage equal to all enemies, with a certain chance of applying 1 Ashen Roast stack. Only one dimension created by allies can exist at the same time. Yet again, he applies the Ashen Roast, you know, just very good. This character is 100% going to be one of the better debuffers that we have in the game. Very, very good. Then, basic attack and talent. Deals fire damage to a single enemy, you know, straightforward, just a basic attack like every other thing in the game. Then, when Jiaoqiu uses his basic attack, skill, or ultimate to hit an enemy, there is a certain chance to apply 1 stack of Ashen Roast. increasing the initial damage enemies receive by a certain percentage. Thereafter, each stack additionally increases damage by a certain percentage. Ashen Roast can stack up to 5 times and last 2 turns. When the target is in the Ashen Roast state, they will also be considered to be afflicted with burn, causing them to take fire DOT at the start of each turn. Okay, guys. You know, I'm a DOT lover. This is interesting. This completely changes my point of view on him. Okay, so... Wait a minute, guys. I'm confused now. I thought he was just going to be a debuffer. This is going to be very, very interesting. Does this mean all the Ashen Roast stacks that he applies, Kafka can proc for bonus damage? Because that would be crazy, right? That is very interesting. I did not expect him to have any DOT synergy. That is very cool. Well, this opens a door for our DOT lovers, but I'm not so sure if he's going to be worth pulling, because I do think the point of him is debuffing, and I think the fire DOT is maybe an extra. But I don't know if he beats Ranmei's damage capabilities if you run Kafka Black Swan. That's actually a very interesting, like, showcase that we need. Like, I hope someone will, like, inform us about this, because this could be a very huge thing for the DOT compositions. I've been talking about we need a new DOT enabler or a new DOT character for a very long time. You know, Kafka Black Swan really want that 3rd slot to maximize or put up the DOT as a whole, right? I don't know if he's going to be it. For sure, debuffing is very good for DOT as well. And because he has that attack percentage boost with the effect hit rate, he actually might be very viable for DOT, guys. That's actually very interesting. I was going to skip him, but maybe. I'll 100% think about it. Then his skill deals fire damage to a single target enemy and a certain amount of fire damage to their adjacent targets, with a certain chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast on a primary target. Yeah, okay, this guy is going to be extremely good to just apply the Ashen Roast stack. I think if we look at his whole kit right now, you can stack this very fast. That's going to be very cool. And he might be a very good character to consider for, like, a lot of people. Because, yes, maybe DOT, yes, maybe Acheron. He just looks like a very good debuffer as a whole. Like, very interesting. Of course, then his ultimate, we have the hot pot animation here. Sets the number of Ashen Roast stacks on the enemy targets to the highest number of Ashen Roast stacks present on the battlefield. Then activates a zone and deals fire damage to all enemies. Enemies within the zone sustain greater ultimate damage, and during their action, there is a chance they will be inflicted with stack of Ashen Roast. The zone can only be triggered a max of 6 times during the effect period. Each enemy target can only trigger it once per turn. The trigger count is reset by Jiaoqiu every time he uses his ultimate. The zone lasts for 3 turns. At the start of each of Jiaoqiu's turns, the turn cooldown is reduced by 1. When Jiaoqiu is downed, the zone will also be dispelled. Okay, well, this is the big ability. This is where you really gonna see the big damage from Acheron, right? Like, this is what it's all about. Max stacks, you know, Ashen Roast, insane ultimate damage, and this is just really where you pop off. You probably want to save this before you're gonna ult on Acheron, and then you just go ham, right? But of course, it's just a very good ultimate as a whole. It's gonna do damage with it as well. Very nice. I think he's looking great. Very interesting character. I did not expect the DOT thing here. Very cool. I have no idea what to do now, because I was planning on putting Linksha on my DOT team. I suspect her to be a pretty good sustainer, and that was going to be, instead of Ho-Oh, I was going to put her on the DOT team. And then because I have Ranmei already, she can just buff Kafka Black Swan. And then an upcoming actual DOT enabler, I would just replace Ranmei with that, you know? But right now, I don't really know what to do. If he's actually going to be more worth it. If he's going to be as strong as Ranmei, I think I'm going to skip him. If he, like, all of a sudden makes a night and day difference for DOT, I might pick him up. But I still think there's going to be a more synergistic DOT, because I feel like he's more made for Acheron and debuffing in that way. I don't know if he was ever made to be like a DOT support. He works probably there, but I don't know if it's not his signature thing, you know? That's what I think. So I'm still patient for the actual DOT character, you know? So I don't know yet, but let's go over his lightcone as well, because his lightcone is probably going to be very interesting as well. Version 2.4 Phase 2 lightcone preview. We see the artwork here. Looking pretty cool. His eyes are open, actually. So we see his eyes are so cool, man. I really love his animations, though. Like, the old animations look very insane. Very cool animation. I personally like his design. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like his design. There was a lot of speculation that a lot of people hated his design. I think he's pretty cool. On level 80, we're going to have 952 health, 582 attack, 529 defense. Of course, nihility 5-star. Then, worldly affairs leave no mark. Superimposition level 1. increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 60%. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be instantly when you want to hit that threshold probably for effect hit rate. This is going to help you out drastically. After the wearer uses basic attack, skill, or ultimate to attack an enemy target, there is a 60% base chance to inflict unarmored on the target. While in the unarmored state, the enemy receives 10% increased damage lasting for 2 turns. If the target is under DOT state inflicted by the wearer, there's a 60% chance to upgrade the unarmored state inflicted by the wearer to cornered state, which additionally increases the damage the enemy target receives by 14%, lasting for 2 turns. During this period, the wearer cannot inflict unarmored on a target. Wait, what? Guys, I'm so confused. Is he supposed to be a DOT character? I am so lost right now. This light cone is crazy. This will be very good on multiple characters. Wouldn't this be good on like Black Swan, Kafka, Gwenaifen, Sampo? Like, this is a very good light cone on multiple characters, I think. But 100% he's going to be the #1 for this. But this is very interesting. Hey, let me know in the comments down below. Is he supposed to be a DOT character now or Acheron support? He's an Acheron support, right? Why is there so much DOT stuff? My brain wasn't prepared for this. I love DOT, so I don't really want to skip out on like a good character for DOT, but I'm confused, guys. I'm just going to do a lot of research and I'll let you guys know as well, of course, what like a good option is if you like DOT. But for now, hey, I have no idea. I'm very baffled. If you want upgrade materials, then get these, you know, pre-farm these. Of course, you can obtain this by the limited 5-star lightcone banner. We also get a new one, lightcone preview, the new March 7th lightcone. It's a harmony 4-star. Hoist to Bloom. Level 80 is going to be 952, 423, and 396 defense. Lose Not, Forget Not. Super Reposition level 1 increases the wearer's attack by 60% upon entering the battle. If there are 2 or more allies in the team who follow the same path, these characters' crit damage increased by 16%. Abilities of the same type cannot stack. Okay, interesting lightcone. It is for harmony, so I do wonder what this is good for. Maybe, I don't know. It is going to be for crit rate, crit damage, like people, 100%. You can do some cool stuff with this. Don't know if you really need this, but it's fun, right? It's cute that they added this. Upgrade materials for this if you want it, you know. Same way to obtain it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They did it again. Okay, Eyes of Prey, a Secret Vow, going to be on there as well. So, yet again, I said this before, the strategy that you can do, Eyes of Prey is on this banner. Thank you, Hoyoverse. Very generous. You can put some summons in this lightcone banner. If you do not have Eyes of Prey yet, or any type of effect hit rate lightcone, then, you know, what you could do is do a few summons, try to get the 5-star lightcone for Jiaoqiu, and then if you do hit this one, you could settle for this, and then maybe you're already good enough, you know? You could do that, or maybe you need this for your Black Swan still or something. You could get a few summons in, and you could try to snipe this one, because Eyes of Prey is probably going to be a very good lightcone as a quote-unquote free-to-play option for Jiaoqiu, right? Of course, it's locked behind gacha still, so it's not really free-to-play. But you could do that, and that could be a strategy. Or you could just go send it, right? And you just try to snipe this one. But it is a very interesting lightcone. It's not like the most insane lightcone I've ever seen, right? I do think there's way better lightcones out there. So you could skip this. And maybe if you already have an Eyes of Prey, you could just apply that one, you know? So there's a lot of option here. Very cool. This, of course, I don't really care. I think this is, if you get this, whatever. 100% this is going to be nice. And, you know, maybe the new one can be cool for you as well. Hey, I am very excited for our Foxboy now. I don't know if I'm going to pull for him. I need more information. But this is looking very crazy and very cool. He's a very, very big potential character. He is very interesting. He's 100% the highlight of this patch, in my opinion. Like Yunli, Ho-Ho, and Sparkle, he's going to be the #1 character that is going to be, okay, should you pull for him or should you skip him, you know? Of course, I'm going to make a video about that, guys. Don't worry. You can check it out on the channel when that comes out. But yeah, he's looking like a very good character. I do recommend people that have Acheron 100% pulling for him if you want the best for your Acheron. He's going to be crazy. Kafka Black Swan lovers, I have no idea yet. You guys are gonna get another video. But he's looking very solid. Very good character. I don't think you can go wrong if you pull for him. Hey, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about his kit, about his design, how he functions, what he's going to be, you know, his strengths and weaknesses, if you're going to pull for him or not, what your team compositions are going to be, if you're going to pull for the light cone or not, you know, we can all help each other out here in the comments down below. So let me know your takes. I would love to hear them. Make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel, means the world to me if you could do that. Make sure to join the Discord. We're trying to grow the community even further. And if you want to support the channel even further, then become a member. I love you all, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care. Peace.